Sandrine here on Happy Cool, and welcome to a new Benji review. Let's talk about it, if we can manage to. There will be no quick thoughts this week. I'm just going to talk about the episode in order of things happening. Starting with, this episode was so stressful. Seriously, I think Benji has been taking years of my life with all that anxiety that I have watching the show. It's worth it. Right off the bat, that opening with the shattered glass all around Hood as he remembers a conversation he had with Siobhan. I'm already like, I can't with this show at this point. I'll just let you imagine how I was by the end of the episode. And that leads back to the shooting and Shayton saying Hood's opening titles. Ah, it's on. The gates come down and I was like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I honestly thought one or two guys from the Red Bones was gonna make it through, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Kirk Bunker is back! I mean, he was back last week and then he's still here obviously because he's kind of stuck. Seriously though, I think he might just be my new favorite character. I think my favorite moment of his is when he shared his story with Allison, and I thought it was interesting that both of them have a really painful past, so who knows, they might end up becoming friends. Brock had the best lines of the episode. Seriously, what's up with that? I love it. I love it. Starting with, thank you, I just felt married again. And when the lights turn off, well, this sucks. And I was just gonna say, I still think I would have made a better sheriff than you. You might have a point. And finally, the quote that just burns. Everything you touch turns to blood. We just didn't know how true this would be. Moving on to Siobhan, still a little resentful of what she found out about Hood and asking him why they should even follow him because he's not a cop, and I kind of thought, well, he is a survivor. So in this case, maybe we should listen to him. Hood shooting the shooter and the guy next to him through that hole was so badass. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I loved it. And I was like, okay, maybe not too realistic, but I don't care because it's awesome! Proctor, I haven't talked about him yet. I like the fact that he hesitated about saving Allison's life. He's like, no, I'm not saving you. All right, fine. Which leads to Hood and Proctor teaming up. Never thought I was gonna see this on Banshee. And I gotta say, I kind of agree with Hood. They kind of need Proctor in this case. I mean, they are guys with guns shooting at them, like they want to kill them. You need every single person that you can get to help you. And you gotta love Proctor, who's like, if I don't make it out, stay the fuck away from Rebecca. And if I do make it, you and I have unfinished business. Now that Proctor is gone, Siobhan and Hood can have another heart-to-heart discussion in which you see her kind of change her mind a little bit about him, and he's definitely opening up to her, and he pretty much tells her that I will tell you everything about me. Come away with me. Let's be together. And he tells her his name! Were any of you like, what is it? What is it? What is it? Oh! We'll never find out what his real name is. Or maybe like the last episode, last minute. They'll be like, my name is. And then comes the scene. And I don't really know how to talk about it, so I thought I would read you the notes I wrote as I was watching the episode so you kind of see my train of thoughts when things are happening. This is right after the Hood Siobhan moment. Okay, fine, I'm team Siobhan and Hood now. Siobhan saved Billy from getting shot a second time. I was really scared she was gonna get shot herself. If Siobhan dies, we riot. Don't do this to me, Banshee! When she kills the guy, I literally went, oh thank God! But then I saw Shayton behind her, and I knew. I mean, to say that I'm heartbroken doesn't even come close to how I feel. I guess in my head it wasn't really possible for Siobhan to die, and I know a few of you had mentioned, I think on Twitter in the comments, that, oh, I think she's gonna die. And I was like, no way, they're not gonna kill her. But then as I'm watching the episode, I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna kill her. And when Shayton has her, I mean, I wanted Hood to fire so bad because the second he just went like this, I was like, oh my god, she's dying, because you know Shayton is gonna kill her, you know. And there was so much anxiety. I'm like, no, like you're like, this is not happening. This is not happening. I was literally covering the screen because I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to know. I was like, no. And I just don't know what to do because it took so long to get to that point. And there's this hope where you're like, oh, someone can still save her. I mean, something can happen. I mean, Hood will figure out something. Maybe Chayton will change his mind. I mean, someone save her. Don't let this happen. And it was just like, oh, horrible. And it's only halfway through the season. I mean, like I said, I think I will die by the end of it. And then on top of that, Proctor loses his mom too, which is actually really interesting because those two characters lost the one person that made them better in a way, because Proctor wanted to please his mom, wanted to get approval and love from his mom, and she probably was the only one that could have brought him back from the edge. And Hood had that in Siobhan, where he would have gone straight for her, probably. And those people are sort of ripped out of their lives. And I think we're now gonna see them go full on into, I guess, the wrong direction, or just their path they were already on. I don't think there's any redemption for them anymore. That's depressing. And I'm gonna read you the final line I wrote also on my notes. And that's, well, it's official. Chayton will die this season. Hood's gonna kill him. I guess it's just gonna be about Hood hunting Chayton now. And maybe team up for Proctor. Because Hood might have been like, Proctor and Chayton, you do your thing. But now he's like, no, I will kill him. I also wonder how Proctor's mom's words are gonna affect Rebecca, because she did tell her there's still time, leave this house. You know, you can redeem yourself. So we'll see if that comes into play later on, because she seemed very troubled by it. So guys, that's all I have to say. Amazing episode of Benchi. There hasn't been one bad one. It's the gift that keeps on giving, that show. I just can't even. Of course, I'd love to hear what you guys thought of this episode. You know, if you're able to gather your thoughts. So let me know in the comments if you were as shocked as I was and where you think the rest of the season will head. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week, and hopefully the episode won't be as devastating as this one. Bye! I just wanted to share a fun fact. I first saw Trieste Kelly Dunn, who plays Siobhan, in a movie called The New Year at the 2010 Los Angeles Film Festival, and I remember really loving her. Like, I was like, oh my god, I love her, she's amazing. I want to see her in other things. And at that time I was like, all right, I need to keep an eye out for her because she's probably gonna be in something because she's amazing. And I was so excited to see her in Benchi, so this makes this whole episode even more tragic in that way. I'm really hoping we're gonna see her in something else soon because I do enjoy watching her performance.